Yeah, Jojo, I must say I had a great time. I mean, it's good getting out. Had a babysitter. Tunji watched the baby, of course, but I'm glad we had a great time. Too bad we didn't get to see Scream 7. You know what, Finesse? I'm glad you had a great time too. And some of the time we could always see Scream 3. Maybe we could go next week and Tunji can babysit again. She wouldn't have no problems. Yeah, I ask. I did have fun today. And I'm glad that you took off from work today, Giorgio. You need to take a load off sometime. You're right. I guess you're right. At least I don't have to work tomorrow either. Yeah. If you want to plan something else, we can. Maybe out or at the house. It's okay with me. Anything could suit me pretty good. I'm glad you're an understanding person, Finesse. That's why I married you, and that's why I love you so much as well. Well, I've always been understanding. My father taught me pretty well. That he did, Finesse. Yeah. And I'm proud of you. You come a long way, you and your family. Yeah, we try. But like I said again, I'm happy to be with you. And I'm glad I married you. And I married you all for the right reasons. So, everything is great on my end and yours. You know, maybe in the future we could try to have another child when our finances get straightened out. Well, we want to, we probably can, like, focus on that. I don't see no problem with that, but yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, hopefully we'll try for girl, long as it's not twins. Well, you never know what God might have in store for us. Never know. Never know. That's the only time will tell for the both of us. Only time will tell. Right now, let's just enjoy our moments while we can. We spend time alone living life to the fullest. That's better for me too. That's a plus. Yeah, I'm glad that you see it that way too. Like I said again, I'm glad I married you. I'm happy to be with you. You're a great person. You've always been great. We've been knowing each other for a long time. Yes, since elementary. Mm-hmm. Since elementary, we have been knowing each other a long time. And I'm not going to give you up for no one or anything. Nothing can come between us, Finesse. Farley Garcia. You know what, Giorgio? Garcia, I like the sounds of that. I love being married to you. I knew it was something I liked about you coming up. You always had that swagger about yourself as well. Well, you always had that hip fashion style about yourself, Finesse. And I grown a liking to it. Even though we played in the dirt as little kids and stuff like that never change and we never change and things never change. So, but I'm glad that we get a chance to know each other. I'm glad that we are together, happily married. So be it. And I must say, we deserve each other and we love each other very much. We know how to commit to each other and we have strong feelings for ourselves. We're committed in our marriage. That's a plus. That's a start. Yeah, I must say I'm happy too. Get that part. And you taught me a lot, a whole lot, you know. But I'm just glad that everything is happy in our marriage. And it's just, you know, I don't want none of our obstacles, nothing interfering in our way, in our relationship and stuff like that. And it's just, I'm just happy about life and so much what it has to offer and everything and offer us our future, where we see ourselves a couple of years from now, maybe being happy, staying in a bigger house, maybe. And, I must say everything is just going well. And yes, too, our finances is like pretty good, high standard, high quality. We satisfied with what we have, finesse, and just now we're the type we go with the flow, and don't want anything or nothing and no one. Coming away with that, we have our baby boy, and hopefully our family could grow. We have maybe two more children. Whoa, you want two more children? Well, I must say, I come from a big family, finesse. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting, Giorgio. I can see what I could do, plan better, you know, and stuff like that, and everything. Well, hopefully you two have a good future. Everybody is just planning and doing this. Be careful with everything, because everything might go haywire. Passions? What that's supposed to mean? I'm just saying what it seems like. Everybody seems to be happy, all hunky dory, and don't get me wrong, you two definitely make a great couple. But your brother Stony and Paige, I think so. Oh, come on, Passions. Don't tell me that you on that again. Cousin Passions, you have to give that a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. You can't be serious, Finesse. I have to give it a rest? Ah, just don't understand why. I have to give it a rest? Look, Paige is a great person for Stony. Yeah, Passions, and the more you rub it in, it's just, come on. I know that you're upset and you have a lot going on, a lot going on by Sissy and Kai being together and Stony and Passions. I mean, no, I'm sorry, Stony and Paige. Let me rephrase that because you're their cousin. I know you have a lot going on with that, and I know you're not trying to whatever cope with that, but you're gonna have to cope with something. You're gonna have to let certain situations go in a sense. Giorgio is right. You're my cousin, all Passions, but you have to stop this madness. And I know your rage and your jealousy. I know you want to be with somebody. I know you destined to be happy. But the way you going, girlfriend, the way that you really going right now, and you my cousin, I hate to say this, but you digging a ditch for yourself. You want others that's in a relationship, you want to bring them down. That's not the case here, Finesse. If you don't see what I see, I mean, look, it's something about Paige I don't sit too well with. You know how I don't trust her as far as I could throw her. It's something about her, and you guys are gonna see it too. Give it up, Passions. Giorgio, can I just at least have a conversation with my cousin Finesse without once you interfering? Look, you need to stop being so mean. Yes, and Giorgio is my husband. He have a little bit to say so, but you know what? For Passion's sake, Finesse, sweetheart, I'm going to let you guys talk. Passions, you definitely need to cool off. I'll be in the car. I'll be there in a second. It's not going to take too long. All right. Love you. You are going to really have to get over your obsession about Paige and Stony. And of course, I already know about Sis and Kai, how many times you said what you said, how you said. I'm very serious at this point, Passions. You're going to drive yourself nuts. I am not nuts, Finesse. I didn't say you were, but you are going to drive yourself nuts, Passions, if you don't stop doing what you're doing this, thinking you're gonna get Kai back when he's happy with Sissy, hung. Of course, they make a great couple. You always think that. I wish everybody stop thinking that. Well, I'm speaking the truth, Passions. Move on. Kai, you guys are just friends. Someday we are going to be together. I'm not going to rest until that day comes from me because I know it is, and I am not a stupid woman, Finesse. Oh my God, you just don't get the clue. And you also is worried about my brother Stoney and Paige. Paige is not a threat. Paige is not a bad person. And you're going to see that as well. You know what I want to see? Her flying, throwing her ass out the window, but that can't be possible. It's something good about Paige Evans, and you know it too, Finesse. Come on, cousin Finesse. You know that I do not sit too well with. Come on. I can read between the lines. Please. I know. I don't see anything. Patience, I'm sorry to say, ain't nothing bad about Paige Evans. I hate to tell you this. I hate to break it down to you. Nothing I see wrong. Wrong at all. Not at all. Her and Stoney make a great couple. I know you're concerned about her well-being. I know you're one of the Farleys that is concerned. Of course, yes, I am. I'm going to always be concerned, Finesse. You know. But at the same time, Patience, you definitely need to I love you and all. You're my cousin. I know I don't wish bad or nothing for you. I wish the best for you. But you're going to have to move on with life. You really are. You ever thought about seeing a therapist? No, I don't want to see therapy. I don't. And you telling me this is not going to make it any better. I'm not going to want to see no therapy, nothing. You're going to have to come down. Feel like when I want to fit it, the only therapy I need is God. And I don't need you or anybody else telling me how I should feel about this person, that person. Because one day I'm going to get Kai Adway. And one of these days, you're going to believe me about Paige Evans. Paige Evans. Mark my words. She just don't understand.